Hello everyone, I am again with you with my next video lecture, and in this video lecture we will study Lami's theorem. So Lami's theorem is stated as, if the three coplanar forces acting at a point are in equilibrium, if the forces acting at a point are in equilibrium, then we have to prove that each force is proportional to sine of the angle between the other two. For an example, we have three coplanar concurrent forces. Okay, we have this force, another one is this force, and third one is this force, and these forces are acting in the direction like in this direction we have P, in this direction we have Q, and in this direction we have R. Now select P, force angle between the other two. Since it is P, so to maintain the symmetry I take it as alpha. Q, angle between P and R other two. Since it is Q, so I am going to take it beta. You have to understand how I am taking the angle. I am not taking them randomly but symmetrically. R, the angle between the other two, it is gamma. So I have taken the angles, and these are the concurrent forces acting at a point, say O. This point is O, and forces are acting at this particular point. Fine. So these forces are in equilibrium. These forces are given to be in equilibrium. Are in equilibrium. We have to require to prove is that the forces are proportional to sine of the angle between the since like P and the angle between the other two Q and R is sine of the angle between, means sine alpha, proportional. Q proportional to sine of the angle between the other two, it is sine beta, and R sine gamma. Language you will write that P, Q and R are three coplanar concurrent forces at point O, making an angle alpha, beta and gamma with between R and Q, comma R and P and Q and P respectively. You will write in language, and these forces are given in equilibrium. You will write in language. You have to make your own language. You don't have to copy from the book. Whatever comes in your mind, try to bring that into your notebook, and that is what I think mathematics is all about. Science is all about expressing your ideas in the notebook, expressing yourself in the notebook. That is more helpful for you in the long run, rather than just taking the statements from the book and just vomit them as such in the examination. So I don't think that that is going to help you in any ways. You have to just make your own language. So this you have to prove that each force is proportional to the sine of the angle between the other two. Now since we are given the forces are in equilibrium, then by converse of triangle law we can represent them in the form of the triangle such that the sides are proportional to the forces. So if I draw, we know that for concurrent forces we can represent them with the help of triangle, but for them to be in equilibrium, the sides and the forces must be in proportional ratio, and since here they are given to be in equilibrium, so they will be in proportional ratio. So for the time being I am going to draw a triangle whose sides are parallel to the line of action of the forces. So let me draw the triangle. Okay, fine. And then take a side parallel to this one. Done. Now take a side parallel to this one. Line of action side has to be parallel to the. Okay, done. Now take a side parallel to this one. Okay, fine. Now this side is in this direction. So what I'm going to do, that I'm going to mark the directions in this. This is in this direction. Okay, this is in this direction and this is in this direction. So I'm going to name them. If you want to name them, you have to name A, B, C. Now since forces are in equilibrium, for any concurrent forces acting at a point, we can draw a triangle by its side taken parallel to the line of action of the forces. But for them to be in equilibrium, these sides has to be in proportion with the forces. So if these sides are in proportion with the with the forces in magnitude, then we say that the forces are in equilibrium. But since their forces are given to be in equilibrium, so these sides would be in proportionality relationship with the forces. So this will be in proportionality. Firstly, let me locate the angle. Okay, fine. So see here, angle between this and this is gamma, but since it is converging, this is diverging, so I have to extrapolate it so as to locate the exact angle. So I'm going to extrapolate this one. Fine, I have extrapolated it and this is in this direction. And if you see, this is here and that one is there, so this angle is nothing but gamma. So and the angle over a line is 180 degrees, so this angle will be nothing but pi minus gamma. Fine. So now look over here also, this line is converging, this line is diverging, so I have no option but to extrapolate this line also. Extrapolating this line, okay, and see this, so it will be this one. Fine. This and this angle is alpha, so this angle is nothing but alpha. Fine. So this angle will be pi minus alpha. Fine. So now similarly this is converging, this is diverging, so you will make it also away from it. So I am going to again plot the line. Fine. So what will do, you will do one thing, you will see the angle, this is in this direction. So if you see this and this angle is beta, so this angle is beta, so this angle will be pi minus beta. So now I have allocated all the angles in the triangle. So now you will write, since forces are in equilibrium, therefore forces and the sides taken parallel to the forces of the triangle are in proportion, like the force P and the side taken parallel to it BC, force Q, side taken parallel to it is CA, not AC, it is CA, R, and the side taken parallel to this one is AB. This is by the converse of the triangle law. This is by converse of the triangle law. Now what we'll do, we'll apply the sine law using sine law in triangle ABC. Fine. So firstly I'm going to take, so as to make the symmetry, I'm going to take first BC. Sine law states that BC, sine of the opposite angle, opposite to side BC. So this is sine pi minus alpha. Fine. And now take this CA, so as to maintain the symmetry. CA sine of the angle opposite to CA pi minus beta, it will be sine pi minus beta. Fine. And next you will take AB. Done. So what you will get? You will be getting AB. Here is AB and opposite sine of pi minus gamma. Sine. This is sine law. We have studied it already. So this will be BC. And you know sine pi minus alpha is nothing but sine alpha. CA, it will be sine beta. Fine. And AB sine gamma. So it's sine gamma. And you will name this as equation number 2. Now you will do one thing. From this and this, if you will multiply the respective terms, this BC to BC will cancel out. We are left with P by sine alpha. So from equation 1 and 2, we get P by sine alpha is equal to Q by sine beta and R by sine gamma, which was required to prove. Because if you will do the simple multiplication of the terms of 1 and 2, we will get P by BC into BC by sine alpha, and this BC to BC will cancel out. Fine. Similarly, Q by CA into CA by sine beta. Fine. And this will be R by AB into AB by sine gamma. This AB to AB will cancel out, CA to CA will cancel out. So ultimately we get this result. And this result, look whether we have proved the statement or not. Each force is proportional to sine of the P. From here, if we suppose this is equal to say constant of proportionality K, then first term and this K will give P by sine alpha is equal to K. This implies that P is equal to K sine alpha. Fine. This implies that P is proportional to sine alpha. Now look, each force is proportional to sine of the angle between other. P force is proportional to sine of the angle is alpha, that is between other force. So if I say that P is proportional to sine of angle between Q and R. Similarly, from here you will see Q is proportional to sine beta, which is, we can say, the sine of the angle between P and R. Fine. P and R. Similarly, R is proportional to sine of the angle between P and Q. So this we have to prove that each force is proportional to sine of the angle between other two. So this statement also justify the same thing, that each force is proportional to sine of the angle between other two. So that is Lami's theorem. Lami's theorem will be used frequently when the forces will be given in equilibrium. Then we will be using this result, that each force will be proportional to sine of the angle between other two. This theorem is very important from examination point of view, and its statement, it directly comes in the examination, that state and prove Lami's theorem. So you will just simply say that if the three coplanar forces acting at a point are in equilibrium, then each force is proportional to sine of the angle between other two, and you will just give the proof like that. One is sine law is used, other converse of the triangle law, that is converse of the triangle law is being used, which says that if the force is acting at a point are in equilibrium, then they can be represented by the sides of the triangle taken parallel to the line of action of the forces, and their sides are proportional to the magnitude of the forces. So that is very simple, I think, and you must go through this article. This proof is very important. So that is all I have from this lecture, and very soon I will be with you with my next video lecture. Till then, take care, bye bye, and see you soon.